The Corridor Jazz Project is kind of a two-part, actually a three-part program that we do with high school jazz bands all up and down the corridor. The first part is where the guest artist, who is chosen by the director, they agree on a chart, and then the guest artist comes and works with the jazz band at school during their regular rehearsals to polish up the tune. Then we bring them into the Opus Concert Cafe, which we have kitted out as a recording studio, and they get a professional recording experience putting together the song with the guest artist for inclusion on our Corridor Jazz album. And then, of course, we celebrate everything on this night with our concert. And there is actually a kind of third part to the Corridor Jazz Project, where we invite representatives from each student band to come and be guest DJs for an hour on KCCK. And those will happen beginning in late March and then continuing through April, which happens to be Jazz Appreciation Month. So if you'd like to hear your favorite band play their favorite songs and talk about their year in jazz, you'll want to listen at 4 o'clock in the afternoon most weekdays throughout late March and April on KCCK. And there is a schedule on KCCK's website that will tell you when each band will be featured during the Corridor Jazz Project guest DJ sessions. That's also the place where we say when we are going to be playing songs from the Corridor Jazz Project on the album. So every day we publish a list of, the 2 or 3 times that we're going to feature that album during the KCCK broadcast day. I know, it's weird. In a Spotify universe where I'm saying, no, you just can't pull it up. You gotta wait for it to happen. Learn patience. This is the Revolutionists Jazz Band from Washington High School in Cedar Rapids. The Revs to their friends. They're the top jazz band at the school. They are made up of 19 students from grades 9 through 12. They perform from February to May each year and perform music from across the jazz history spectrum. Highlights of their season include 4th place at the Co-Jazz Summit, 5th at NEBA, and they will compete this year at the Jazz Championships. Directed by Joel Nagel, the Washington Revolutionists. Oh yeah, Joel wanted me to mention that tune you just heard, Flowers and Lonesome Thing, was arranged by Blake Shaw, one of our guest artists later on in the program. So excellent show. It's always a pleasure for me to introduce our next guest artist, because he is not only a great player, but he's also my friend and colleague at KCCK. Saul Lubrov is an Iowa City native. Started off on the clarinet in elementary school, but when he got to junior high, the band had too many clarinets, so he volunteered to switch to tenor sax. Good move. Saul will tell you that what ignited his interest in jazz were the unique musical opportunities afforded to him in Eastern Iowa, from concert at Hampshire and also early exposure to the University of Iowa Jazz Program. As a musician, his experience has ranged from performing in Vandello, Johnny Kilowatt, Shade of Blue, as well as leading his own group, which is going to appear this summer at the Iowa City Jazz Festival. And as I mentioned, he is also a KCCK music host. You can hear him most every Saturday and Sunday morning, as well as doing some occasional fill-in during the week. With the Revolutionists, Saul Lubrov.